A very good day, dear hiring manager. My name is Rudradev Arya, and today I'm going to be presenting the Backend Engineering Intern Assessment, which was to create uh, a AI automation tool that parses through the Gmail and Outlook of the user uh, and gives automatic labels to them and replies to them based on whatever the context is there. And also it is supposed to be automated and not to be uh, pushing manually. For that we have used cron jobs for that. uh, Obviously we are using OAuth 2 to authenticate the user for Gmail and Outlook both. For that, the to set up that, we have to go to the GCP, uh, Google Cloud Console, and the Azure uh, Microsoft Graph to set up the APIs and whatever the access is supposed to be needed, and also specifying whatever the test users and the test emails are that we want to use. Let me run you through the folder structure of the assessment. So what I have done is obviously create a env file for the secret keys and the uh, callback URIs, and also git ignored when pushing to the GitHub or just committing. Uh, we have a source folder which has uh, just basically it has an AI service which the Gmail authentication service uses, and also the email. Uh, see, the authentication service and email service are both for Gmail. The authentic service and email service for Outlook are different. So both of these call to the AI service uh, to parse the emails and generate responses for them. And also the auto is there to define the cron jobs. uh, and in the end all of them are run through the app.js, which is the which defines the express server, and also multiple routes whichever there are, suppose authentication callback or verification for the Outlook, etc. Obviously these are supposed the endpoints are supposed to be automated, but for demonstrating, instead of using Postman or SQL, I'm going to be using just the browser URL to demonstrate, just because it is convenient while recording. uh, I'll be starting the express server using npm start. After starting, it will as the because of the environment variable, we have defined the port as 3000, so it will uh, open the port 3000 at localhost. And because we have defined the cron job to be start to continuously loop at 5 minutes, to continuously check whatever the latest email are to respond to that. So I'll be going to start again, where I'll be composing an email uh, to send to the user. This is the user. Let me also show you that there are already, just for testing purposes, there was automatically created an information and action required labels because of the contents of the email. Suppose please be present in the class tomorrow, so it was uh, suggested to be action required, so that's why it put it in the that label. And another one was promotional email, so it went to just information. But I'll be showing another proper email that we are sending I'll also be showing you the terminal where whatever the each processes are, that we'll be able to see. I have a already pre-made email. Uh, this is not because uh, this is to demonstrate that uh, whenever the AI passes through, depending on what is the intensity or what is the requirement of how immediate it is, depending on that it will create labels. So suppose this is a request for project meeting, so it will go to some important kind of a label. I'll send it. Nothing has happened here because uh, nothing was to be passed yet, because the email wouldn't have received by then. Anyways, let's see. Email is here, so we are obviously not going to be touching anything here. Just for demonstration purposes, I am passing the endpoints manually here. The authentication was successful. Obviously, I have done this multiple times here, that's why it was successful. But even if it was the first time, we would pass through the whole process of uh, giving the user permissions, asking them if they are verified or not, etc. We can see here generated URL that over generates. Now another endpoint, which is the processing of email, just especially for Gmail. This is the old previous response. We are not going to see that. The cron job will automatically do this anyways. You can see here it has categorized it as action required. The subject was, as I demonstrated earlier, request for project status meeting, and it passed through the email and took the name. Best regards, because it thinks it is Jake. Uh, let's see if it has uh, updated the label. As you can see here, the action required label is given here for the project request. I'll demonstrate another email just to show what how much different the label would be if the content was different. So this time is going to be a little promotional or something, exclusive offer for you, amazing deals. I'll send it. If I were to wait for 5 minutes for the cron job to uh, process it, it would take a lot of time. So I'm just passing it manually. I'm just demonstrating here the email has been received. Obviously the user would not be passing it, and once the authentication has been done, we don't have to do it again. Obviously we'll be seeing here that yes, action required. Again, it may have passed it because it thought it was an exclusive offer or something. But anyways, fortunately I have another email. This is a promotional email to want to buy new stuff on Amazon. It classified it as information, maybe not important. So if the user were to open their email, they can just ignore the information section if they thought it was not necessary, and just focus on whatever the action required is, and uh, view their emails if they wanted to. Uh, Now I'll show you the Outlook email. We have already two emails here and no groups or no uh, categories created already, and we can see that the server is still running. Just for passing the, we can see here the I'm using the dummy authentication was successful. We also have a verify Outlook authentication. because for checking, uh, because the Azure cloud has some errors going on right now, which I was not able to pass through. We can see some kind of error is going on with Azure. I was not sure what it is because the authentication has been successful, not just in the console here, but while even checking, there is proper token generated and uh, proper callbacks are there. Even then, even though I have a official paid Azure account and I have set all the endpoints of and all the permissions for the API, it's not working then. Anyways, let me explain one more point why I am not using BullMQ here. Uh, BullMQ would have been useful if there was some asynchronous nature in the assessment. What in the way I have written this, uh, it is not uh, it is not required to use BullMQ because by default the email processing is handled synchronously whenever the request was generated. So creating excess complexity in the time frame which was given was not possible. So thank you for sitting through here. I hope to hear from you soon. Thank you.